What happens when you come into hospital? So you've left your partner outside, you've come in, you've gone up to the second floor. If it's just your waters are broken, you might only go up to upper ground floor actually, into the assessment unit. But if we're saying that you're coming in thinking you're in labour, you'll go up to the second floor and you'll be greeted by a member of staff. The first thing they're going to do is ask you how you are, and they'll do a routine antenatal check. They'll look through your notes just to establish if anything has gone on during your labour that we should know about. They'll do your blood pressure. They'll ask you to provide a urine sample. You don't have to get changed, okay? You can stay in the clothes that you've come in. They're going to be taking your temperature at the moment. Even if you don't think you've got a temperature, they're taking everybody's temperature. It's part of the routine of things that we do anyway. They'll feel your tummy. They'll just confirm which way around your baby's lying. Hopefully your baby's head down. Your midwife will have discussed this with you when you've been coming to the antenatal clinic. They'll measure your tummy. If you're consultant-led care, they might want to do a monitoring the baby's heartbeat where they put the bands around the tummy, attach the little machine that gives you a printout of the baby's heartbeat and your contractions. Or if we're meant to be going to the midwifery-led unit, they might just listen for the baby's heartbeat like your midwife does in clinic. They'll ask you about your baby's movements. Babies will continue to move throughout the whole of labour, okay? So you should still have a little wriggler in there. They'll ask you how long have you been contracting and what they're like, you know, whether they're taking your breath away, how long they're lasting, and what if you've had a show and if you think your waters have broken. So it's a full little assessment that they'll do then, okay? Let's say, for example, that you've had lots of time at home, or even everybody's different. We know that the average cervix tends to, on your first, dilate 0.5 centimetre to 1 centimetre an hour. So you may well have been doing quite a bit of stuff at home before you come into the hospital. If they've examined you and you are 4 centimetres dilated and you're in labour, they will obviously then call your partner in. If you're not 4 centimetres dilated, you'll be given options, because sometimes just knowing where you're at in labour, someone might say, well, actually, okay, if I'm only 1 centimetre or my cervix hasn't even started opening yet, I can reset myself and I can go home, have another bit of time at home and then come back in and hopefully be in established labour then. This will happen for a lot of women who will come in, not in established labour, and go home again. What we're trying to help you do is to assess whether you think you are in established labour, and that's really difficult without a vaginal examination. But going by how long the contractions are, how long you've had them for, how strong they are, you need strong, regular contractions that take your breath away to open that cervix up, okay? Once it's been decided that you're regular and contracting and you're in labour, we'll then offer you a vaginal examination, usually about every 4 hours. And I would say that most women having a normal, straightforward birth would have a vaginal examination on admission, and they might only need 1, maybe 2 other vaginal examinations, because your labour will progress. And you can see here how much the cervix dilates just by looking at our diagram again here. And you can see how much it's open there. And the little bag of water is still intact. So that acts like a little bit of a cushion on your baby's head. So we like that. And then over the page, as the labour is progressing, you can see on this one here that there's no cervix left. And you can see their big head, maybe not so big head, pressing down inside you. And you can see here on a picture of what the cervix gets compared to. And you can see this online as well. But can you see the 1 centimetre is about the diameter of maybe a red currant. 2 centimetres, I think we said, was a grape. 3 centimetres is a strawberry. 4 a banana, then a lemon, then a kiwi fruit. Until you're right up to this one here. I don't even know what that is. Oh, it's a pineapple. So 10 centimetres is a pineapple. So you can see how that dilation happens. And sometimes the first part of your labour is the slowest part and the second part is the quickest part, but everybody's different. What we do know is your first labour tends to be your longest labour. Okay, and we'll go on now to talk about the second stage of labour. So we'll have a break for a second.